I'm the news that nobody expected. I was never a part of your plan. I'm the reason why life as you know it feels like slipping through your trembling hands. And the doctors say I'm just an option, a mistake you can make disappear. I may not have a voice, but I'm more than a choice. I'm as real as the heartbeat you hear. So don't close the book on me yet. I've still got a long way to go. Empty pages to fill, and the best part is still down the road. Oh, I am a story untold. I am God's miracle in the making, proof that all things can work for the good. I am fingers and toes, and heaven already knows the name you pick out for me already belongs to me. So don't close the book on me yet. I've still got a long way to go. Empty pages to fill, and the best part is still down the road. Oh, I am a story untold. Every life is sacred, and every life is a gift, and every life deserves a chance to live. I know you're scared, I know you're scared, I know you're scared right now. But when you hear my first cries and when you look in my eyes, you'll understand why you brought me to life. So don't close the book on me yet. I've still got a long way to go. Empty pages to fill, and the best part is still down the road. Oh, I am a story untold. That was yours truly, singing Untold, written by Matthew West. Good morning and welcome to the Jewish Pro-Life live stream. Today is Wednesday, May 27th, 2020. It's the fourth day of Sivan in the year 5780, and we are in the 48th day of the Omer count. I'm Cecily Routman, founder and president of the Jewish Pro-Life Foundation. We'll be here for about 20 minutes of live chat, news, education, enlightenment, and spiritual renewal. If you're on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube this morning, please chat with us. At the Jewish Pro-Life Foundation, we're saving Jewish lives and healing Jewish hearts by providing the Jewish community with much-needed pro-life education, pregnancy care, and adoption referrals, and healing after abortion. We started our work in 2006 because we were concerned about the high rates of abortion in the Jewish community, the fact that a majority of Jews believes that abortion is morally acceptable at all stages of pregnancy, and that this majority vigorously advocates for abortion, and tragically, this leads to more loss of unborn life across all demographics. And it contributes to anti-Semitism because people see us in a bad light. Also, we wanted to provide a Jewish pro-life voice in the public square. It's estimated that in Israel, 30,000 Jewish children lose their lives to abortion every year. And in America, 17,622 Jewish children lose their lives to abortion every year. But abortion doesn't just take one life. It wipes out entire generations. Many future descendants are lost with each abortion. As Jews, we feel the pain and loss of each and every one. If you're a Jewish parent facing unplanned pregnancy and you can't get the support you need from family, friends, or your shul community, please contact us. We have Jewish-friendly pregnancy care resources to help you and can get you connected to them today. Also, we know a Jewish couple who would love to meet you and raise your child in the loving Jewish home. To save your baby's life, please contact me today at 412-758-3269, or you can email me at Cecily, that's spelled Cecily, at jewishprolifefoundation.org. If you've had an abortion experience and are suffering because of it, we have an excellent, effective healing program specifically designed for Jewish men and women. and it's available to you at no cost, regardless of your level of observance or affiliation. To start your life-changing healing journey, please contact me. Again, my phone number is 412-758-3269, and my email is cecily@jewishprolifefoundation.org. The Jewish Pro-Life Foundation is a 501c3 educational organization. Good morning, Ken from Chicago, and Joe. Shalom. Since 2006, we've been saving Jewish lives by promoting life-saving solutions to unplanned pregnancy in the Jewish community. We provide education about the development, viability, and sanctity of unborn life, as well as traditional Jewish law regarding abortion. We inspire Jews to welcome preborn Jewish children into the inclusive movement of modern Jewish life and religion. We provide adoption and pregnancy care referrals, and we teach our community about the harmful effects of abortion and provide support to Jewish women and men who suffer from post-abortion syndrome. We have a website. It's jewishprolifefoundation.org. You can visit our website for more information, help, or healing opportunities. The Jewish Pro-Life Foundation is a 501c3 educational organization. We have no affiliation with any Jewish denomination, political organization, or the Messianic movement. We speak to each Jew one-on-one because we believe that each one of us has a personal relationship with Hashem, and it is through this relationship that we derive a life-affirming view. We are not a public charity. We do not fundraise. If you'd like to contribute to our work, please visit the donate page on our website. We're going to look at the news of the day today, and it's on my mind to do this because I was given some information yesterday that I posted on our social media and in our newsletter that the National Council of Jewish Women was having a webinar yesterday entitled The Jewsh Case for Abortion Access, Discussion, Study, and the Launch of the Council's Abortion and Jewish Values Toolkit. It goes on to say, the National Council of Jewish Women is proud to debut the Abortion and Jewish Values Toolkit, an extraordinary new resource designed to offer tremendous support and insight into our work to protect and expand abortion rights and access for all. For over 125 years, the Council has boldly imagined a world where every person can make their own moral and faith-informed decisions about their body, health, and future. Now, in the face of false narratives and appalling rhetoric concerning this critical issue, it is more important than ever to lift up the voices of people of faith who advocate for bodily autonomy because of our religion, not in spite of it. So this horrified me, and I just want to say good morning to Paul and Mr. Schriftman. Thank you. Good morning. Shalom. We have someone from Uganda with us this morning. How exciting. There is a lot of abortion issues surrounding Africa as well because of the World Health Organization and its push to promote abortion in Africa. So I'm glad to see you here this morning. This story reminded me of some quotations that I ran across over the weekend, and I wanted to talk about those as well. So let me show you those next. So these three quotations are so telling. The first is from Voltaire. Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities. And certainly I believe that the National Council of Jewish Women have been indoctrinated past the point of common sense and without the benefit of truth. And now it is my opinion here at the Jewish Pro-Life Foundation that though they are not committing the atrocities with their own hands, they are certainly promoting the atrocity of the genocide of unborn children. And then the next quote from Adolf Hitler, which is chilling. It also gives us a very special secret pleasure to see how unaware the people around us are of what is really happening to them. And I would again say that the women in the National Council of Jewish Women do not understand what is really happening to them, which is that they are perpetuating a eugenics movement that continues to this day in the guise of abortion rights. And then lastly, from Josef Mengele, the angel of death at Auschwitz, who said, the more we do it to you, the less you seem to believe we are doing it. I would say again that Jewish women who are vigorously advocating for abortion rights with
unlimited access do not believe what is actually happening. This is because they lack education and understanding about the truth and reality of abortion. Now, next, I'd like to show you the face of the National Council of Jewish Women, a story here out of the New York Times at the beginning of the month of March, which said that justices give few hints on how they will rule on Louisiana abortion law. So the Supreme Court at the beginning of March considering whether Louisiana can require doctors who perform abortions to have admitting privileges at nearby hospitals in case likely to yield an unusually telling decision. At the Supreme Court, there was a protest by both abortion advocates, and then there were comments by pro-life people there. And the vice president of the National Council of Jewish Women was at this protest. So here she is, Rabbi Lori Kaufman. She speaks at this rally. Now, a lot of people on the life side were disappointed that pro-choicers weren't in favor of this Louisiana law, which requires abortion doctors to have admitting privileges in hospitals so that when they injure the women at the abortion clinic, they can follow up with them at the hospital. Now in Louisiana, when a woman is injured from an abortion, they call the ambulance and the doctor takes no responsibility for the injury. Unfortunately, as I say in my opening, how abortion advocacy among Jews leads to more anti-Semitism, here she is with her friends from the National Council of Jewish Women and their signs, so everybody knows they're Jewish. And unfortunately, this adds to the perception of Jews as people that favor terminating unborn life. Of course, she doesn't speak for all Jews, but unfortunately and sadly, she does speak for the majority of Jews. This is sad. And then one of the other people speaking on the webinar was a woman from an organization called Aleph. They're the Jewish Alliance for Jewish Renewal. And in their 18 principles, one of them says, number 13 says, in order to heal the world, we seek to rebalance the power relationships among human beings and all other species and aspects of the earth, as well as among races, peoples, faith communities, classes, genders, age groupings, and other human groups so that each can live in shared peace and dignity. We will ourselves treat with respect and open-mindedness those who belong to other peoples and walk other paths than our own. These efforts we view as integral to Jewish spirituality and action, but the Aleph Institute excludes child in the womb. And this is part of the issue that I take with our Jewish brothers and sisters who are all about the inclusive movement. And I share this in love, not resentment and not criticism. I believe they don't have the information that would speak to their compassionate Jewish heart and intelligence. We're going to look at those ideas in our PowerPoint this morning. And I just have a few chats here. One of our listeners says, I find those using Torah to justify abortion particularly appalling. Yes, I agree with you. Absolutely true that advocating for abortion generates anti-Semitism. Yes, and unfortunately, the Anti-Defamation League never recognizes this, which again speaks of a lot of ignorance on this issue. Want to look at some of the slides that we have to share with you this morning that speak to this. Again, we use our slideshow entitled Judaism, the Original Pro-Life Religion, and we start with our prayer, may there be abundant peace from heaven and good life upon us and upon all Israel. Amen. The first slide I'd like to talk about is our slide number 16. In Judaism, we have an exception to the prohibition on abortion. Yes, abortion is prohibited in Judaism, except in the very rare situation where the mother's life is truly at stake. And back in the day when these rules were given to the Jewish people, it was in the case of a breech birth, which would kill both mother and child. Pro-abortion people use this exception to the prohibition to generalize and say that abortion is legal in Judaism. It's a stretch, but without information to the contrary, who knows? Exceptions to the prohibition against abortion in Judaism have expanded until now abortion is accepted through all 9 months of pregnancy and after a live delivery by many Jews and Jewish leaders in America and Israel. Since the destruction of the temples and subsequent dispersions and exile, Jewish abortion opinions have been influenced by secular cultures, and Torah has been misused to justify unlimited abortion practices. Our next slide is 15, which shows that currently only 1% of pregnancies present a life life-threatening situation for the mother. Even former United States Surgeon General Dr. C. Everett Koop stated publicly that in his 38 years as a pediatric surgeon, he was never aware of a single situation in which a freeborn child's life had to be taken in order to save the life of the mother. So now we know that the life of the mother means anything anybody wants it to mean. And even abortion law that is fairly restrictive always has an exception to save the mother's life included. And this is of course, misused by abortion advocates and abortion doctors who want the income from the abortion. Actually, besides very, very, very rare medical conditions, the only life threatening situation anymore is of an ectopic pregnancy. If you want to learn more about this, you can visit the American Association of Pro Life OBGYNs, who are the experts on what it takes to save a mother's life and her unborn child's life as well. And then we'll look at slide 43, which is Rabbi Tendler reminding us that abortion is included in the Noahide prohibition of murder. That's from Jewish Bioethics, page 121. And then Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky said, abortion is murder, and today we are desensitized to this kind of murder because of its frequency. And I would say that in today's culture, the taking of unborn life has become commonplace. It is now healthcare. It is a way for women to have equity in pay and equality in all sorts of areas of life. But it actually is all about the taking of unborn innocent life. And one of the things I talk about at the Jewish Pro-Life Foundation a lot is this idea that abortion advocates, especially Jewish ones, because that's who we speak with the most and speak to the most, have been bamboozled by this propaganda that abortion is for women's health and women's rights and women's safety. But actually, the abortion industry is driven by profit, by eugenics, and by shirking individual responsibility. All of these go against Jewish moral teachings. Profiteering at the expense of another's well-being is illegal in Judaism. And then, of course, the eugenics movement, which sought to eliminate undesirable populations, which included Jewish people, is against Judaism. And then shirking responsibility is not a Jewish principle at all. In fact, our whole Torah is based on taking individual responsibility for our actions or inactions. But again, our Jewish sisters are not informed of this. The next slide I want to show you is slide 45 to confirm again that Rav Moshe Feinstein said that not only are Jews prohibited from having an abortion, but they are prohibited from assisting non-Jews from having an abortion too. According to Halakha, abortion is prohibited for non-Jews. It's actually a capital crime. A Jewish doctor may not perform an abortion even if it would result in antipathy towards Jews. So now, of course, when a Jewish doctor does not perform an abortion, it results in antipathy towards Jews. So we have entered a very troubling state of affairs here. The other thing that the abortion industry talks about is how abortion is actually a fair way to treat children, because if they're born into an abusive family or unfortunate circumstances, the abortion will save them the trauma of being born into the world in a difficult situation. We don't learn that, as our slide here says, abortion is the ultimate child abuse. I want to go over Dr. Bernard Nathanson, who was a founding member of the National Abortion Rights Action League. He was a Jewish physician, an OBGYN. He was an atheist. He was a man who was science-minded and profit-minded. He was directly involved in over 60,000 abortions at his clinic in Manhattan. Dr. Nathanson's study of developments in the science of fetology and his use of ultrasound to observe the unborn child in the womb led him to the conclusion that he had made a horrible mistake. Resigning from his lucrative position, Nathanson wrote in the New England Journal of Medicine that he was deeply troubled by his increasing certainty that, quote, I had in fact presided over 60,000 deaths. Again, I'm sure that the National Council of Jewish Women are unaware of Dr. Nathanson, this Jewish man who came to understand on a very personal and experiential level that life in the womb is human, living, and worthy of dignity, respect, and protection. And also, a few more points of education interest here is that abortion haunts women. Women are haunted by abortion and they're injured by abortion. And also, abortion hurts men. They lose their opportunity and privilege of being fathers. When they pay for an abortion, that guilt torments them their whole lives. Finishing up with another biblical reference citation. In Proverbs, we are taught to rescue the innocent, rescue those being led away to death, hold back those staggering towards slaughter. If you say, "But we knew nothing about this," does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does not he who guards your life know it? Will he not repay everyone for what they have done? This brings us to our sweet and uplifting meditation today on the 48th day of the Omer count. We're so pleased and happy to be able to bring this to you this morning. It reads, "Stand tall and confident that you have done all you could to bring about the changes you desired for your kingdom. If not all you could, then all you did. You have done much. You are a good ruler of your kingdom, but let's be honest, you could be better. You are loyal to Hashem, but you could be more loyal. Do not condemn yourself for perceived failures. Rather, know that you have brought and bring forth much that is good." Now, we should not doubt ourselves because I do regret that the Jewish Pro-Life Foundation was not in front of the Supreme Court to show a Jewish pro-life voice in the public square. That is one of our mission statements. We are limited in our ability to travel and participate in all of these events. We would have loved to have been there. But through our live stream shows, our social media accounts, and all the other work that we do, we are confident and can stand tall that we are doing what we can to bring a renewed sense of life affirming Judaism and again make Judaism a pro life religion. I do want to finish with sharing a little bit about our pro life rabbis who are available to speak about these things. We so appreciate their participation in our work. Rabbi David Novak, who's professor of religion and philosophy at the University of Toronto and a member of the University College and Joint Center for Bioethics. Please contact Rabbi Novak at david.novak@utoronto.ca. Rabbi Shlomo Nachman, who's available to speak on the sanctity of human life in Judaism, what it means to be Jewish, the benefits of prayer, Jewish-Christian relations, and welcoming Noahadim into fellowship. You can connect with Rabbi Nachman's busy online shul at learnamuna.com or email him directly at learnamuna@gmail.com. Rabbi Menashe Bovit is the spiritual leader of Belarus Jewish Center in Queens, New York. He educates using traditional texts, history, anthropology, archaeology, and modern academic biblical studies. Please contact Rabbi Bovit at belarusrabbi@yahoo.com. We'd like to mention a few words about our healing program. Tikva Rachel, it offers a healing pathway for Jews who seek a confidential, safe, accepting Jewish program to address the deeply personal issues that arise after abortion. It's based on Teshuvah and the promise of healing in Judaism, and we also offer post-abortion grief training for rabbis, therapists, and counselors. We find that rabbis, therapists, and counselors are unaware of the downside of abortion and really do need some educational support in order to help Jewish people that seek their guidance. You can start your healing journey by sharing your personal story with me. Again, my phone number is 412-758-3269, and my email is cecily@jewishprolifefoundation.org. And lastly, we would like to invite you to join us at the annual March for Life in Washington, D.C. We do participate to show Jewish support for the most defenseless humans among us. We have a handheld sign for you to carry. It has our logo, the text, to life l'chaim, and a picture of a mother with her newborn. So you can check out the calendar page on our website for itinerary updates. And if you can't travel to Washington, D.C., just contact me and I will send you a sign to use in a local march. That's about it for this morning. Thank you very, very much. And yes, Joe says we thank you for yet another informative session. Well, thank you very much for being here. Please share our message with your friends, family, and shul community. Together, we can choose life and make Judaism once again the original pro-life religion. Have a wonderful day, and God bless each and every one of you.
I'm the news that nobody expected. I was never a part of your plan. I'm the reason why life as you know it feels like it's slipping through your trembling hands. And the doctors say I'm just an option, a mistake you can make disappear. I may not have a voice, but I'm more than a choice. I'm as real as the heartbeat you hear. So don't close the book on me yet. I've still got a long way to go. Empty pages to fill, and the best part is still down the road. Oh, I am a story untold. I am God's miracle in the making, proof that all things can work for the good. I am fingers and toes, and heaven already knows the name you pick out for me already belongs to me. So don't close the book on me yet. I've still got a long way to go. Empty pages to fill, and the best part is still down the road. Oh, I am a story untold. Every life is sacred, and every life is a gift, and every life deserves a chance to live. I know you're scared, I know you're scared, I know you're scared right now. But when you hear my first cries, and when you look in my eyes, you'll understand why you brought me to life. So don't close the book on me yet. I've still got a long way to go. Empty pages to fill, and the best part is still down the road. Oh, I am a story untold. May there be abundant peace from heaven and good life upon us and upon all Israel. Amen.